Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Jack Wilshere feeling sorry for Pierre Emerick Auba after Arsenal's Europa League exits, and then we're going to look at Daniel Ek committed to proposed takeover despite club facing no European football next season. So the first news headline states that Jack Wilshere feels sorry for Pierre Emerick Auba after Arsenal's Europa League exits. Jack Wilshere admits he felt sorry for Pierre Emerick Auba as Arsenal crashed out of the Europa League to Villarreal on Thursday evening. After a 2-1 defeat in the first leg in Spain, the Gunners failed to find a way past Unai Emery's side at the Emirates Stadium, and a goalless draw meant that Mikel Arteta's men were dumped out of the competition. Pierre Emerick Auba was closest to putting Arsenal ahead as he hit the post twice, but Mikel Arteta replaced him with Alexandre Lacazette with 10 minutes to go as the Gunners pushed for the winning goal. I felt a bit sorry for Pierre Emerick Auba last night because he didn't have much service, Wilshere told TalkSport. He did look the most dangerous when they were in the final third. I'm sure he'll be frustrated. He looked frustrated when he came off. Mikel is the manager and he's the one who's got to make the decisions. I would have put Lacazette on and kept Auba on. It was tough to watch. They just needed that one moment in the game, sometimes to take the game, but unfortunately it didn't come. It's disappointing for the fans. I'm an Arsenal fan now. It will be hard to not to see them in Europe next year. The first leg I thought Villarreal were the better team by far, but also gave themselves a chance going into the home leg, which you'd like to think they could at least get 1-0. One thing I will say is no fans is a little bit different, but still, you'd expect to see more urgency. Wilshere also dismissed the idea that Arsenal's squad is not good enough to be even higher up in the Premier League and to be reaching cup finals. They are good players, said the former Arsenal midfielder. You look at Thomas Partey, who's a top player. I played against him in the semi-final of the Europa League 3 years ago, and he was the toughest I played against. I think the recruitment is not down to Arteta. He's the coach. He picks the team. It's down to him to get the best out of the team. I wouldn't say the recruitment is down to him anymore. When asked if Mikel Arteta is failing to get the best out of Arsenal players, Wilshere replied, "No, I wouldn't say that. It's difficult for me to that not being there anymore and being part of it. One thing I know, as a player, you try to get the best out of yourself. Yes, your manager can inspire you, but you would want to put in good performance because you're half your self-pride, and if you want to go on your career and play in Europe, you've got to put pressure on yourself to perform." So it looks like Jack Wilshere has felt sorry for Pierre Emerick Auba after Arsenal's Europa League exit, and he has stated a lot of things regarding Arsenal's shocking and poor defeat to Villarreal on Thursday evening. He has stated they would have loved to see Pierre Emerick Auba stay on instead of being substituted for Alexandre Lacazette, but states that that is a decision Mikel Arteta has to make. On whether Mikel Arteta is not getting the right players and getting the best out of the players, he said no, it depends on the players to get the best out of themselves. So there's a lot of things Jack Wilshere has discussed, and this nicely takes us on to the second piece of news, which states that Daniel Ek committed to proposed takeover despite club facing no European football next season. So the reports are stating that Daniel Ek remains committed to buying Arsenal despite implications of Europa League exit to Villarreal on European qualification next season. Swedish billionaire expected to make opening bid, with the Kroenkes responding to Ek's interest by saying they were 100% committed to Arsenal. Spotify co-founder Daniel Ek remains committed to his proposed Arsenal takeover despite the club facing a first season without European football in 25 years. Swedish billionaire Daniel Ek is expected to make his opening bid, believed to be in the region of £1.8 billion, for Arsenal, but did not want to cause a distraction by doing it before the Europa League semi-final exit to Villarreal on Thursday. Ek believes his plans and visions for Arsenal will transform the club, who are in ninth in the league, and return them to a position where they'll be challenging for the Premier League and Champions League again. Stan Kroenke, who owns Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, has been Arsenal's owner since April 2011, and Daniel Ek will not comment any publicly further on the bid. The Kroenkes responded to Ek's interest by saying they were 100% committed to Arsenal and are not selling any stake, However, Arsenal legends Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp and Patrick Vieira have backed Daniel Ek's takeover bid. Henry confirmed to Sky Sports on Monday that Daniel Ek has reached out to the Kroenke family to present an offer to buy Arsenal and wants to re-inject the Arsenal DNA. He thinks it's not going to be long and easy, and if it does ever happen, and one thing that he wants to reiterate is that Daniel will not move away. He'll be willing there, waiting to see if they want to sell. That is going to take a very long time. They know what they can do, but first and foremost, they need to make sure that they can take over if they are listening. And with Arsenal having a goalless draw with Villarreal on Thursday, resulting in a 2-1 aggregate defeat in the Europa League semi-final and denying them a chance to save their season, it looks like the ownership of Stan Kroenke's will be protested by the fans on a consistent basis outside the Emirates Stadium, and it looks like the manager Mikel Arteta's position at the club is in doubt as well. Even though it looks like Stan Kroenke and his Arsenal board are backing Mikel Arteta until next season, it looks like if Daniel Ek can take over at Arsenal and he is fully 100% committed to sign Arsenal and to buy the club from Stan Kroenke, even though Arsenal will be facing no European football next season because they will have to make it 6th to just make it into the European Conference League, but it looks like they have a hard opportunity to make it in my opinion, and it all depends on Mikel Arteta and especially Daniel Ek on what he does, when he does, and if the proposed takeover will happen. For me, as I said it in my instant match reaction, I did get a little bit personal. I did start to express my feelings, and the fact is that Arsenal have gone to the lowest point in their whole time as an Arsenal fan. So hopefully there's a massive overhaul from top to bottom, but other than that guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.